Hello, Comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Over Potato. This episode is all about selling some goods, some power preferably, and some other stuff to the dirty Americans. That's the plan, anyway. I've spent the last 30 minutes in real time, not in game time, I would hasten to add. I've spent it hollowing out this massive area right next to the existing power station that we're using exclusively for exports. I'm kind of hopeful that with a little bit of finagling, we can get things working pretty darn smoothly here, and we can supply from this coal depot right here, from the large aggregate storage. We can get 2 coal plants powered at the same time, as well as supplying the loading area for the train that goes to the steel mill. Anyway, also, if my sound sounds completely off, it's because I've just moved house, and I'm recording this in a very empty, probably very echoey room. Please do bear with as I slowly but surely fix everything. Because, you know, it's just one of those things. Moving house takes a while, and it's always a nightmare. Anyway, yes, we're back. I think I managed to roughly find a place that was pretty darn good. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. If we can get that to work in terms of conveyors, that might be pretty darn good. Also, I think I'm going to have to redo this conveyor right here. Let's pause and get rid of this conveyor here. And see if we can use the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. So now we're going to need to try and use the leftmost conveyor point to connect up to here. That shouldn't necessarily be a problem. We'll just try and string this together. Building is in the way. Alright, okay, so now it looks like we found our first problem. I will fund that. There's no point in not funding that. Also, look at how much money I've got. I feel like this is a really weird situation to be in because I actually have a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, there's a first time for everything, right? Okay, maybe that'll work? I'm trying to make it so that there's not a steep angle. Okay, yeah. Clearly, this is not going to play ball. How peculiar. Alright, one more time. Alright, we want to get it as close to the other conveyor as possible. Right, give that a shot. No, it's just not willing to work. Do we have many other options here? Not particularly. We could see about taking it out from one of these sides, maybe doing an engine transfer right over here. It's probably not the craziest idea in the world. I'm still fairly certain that we can make this work right here, right now. Okay, long range. Let's try slightly longer range. No, building in the way. I mean, is it itself? Does the aggregate storage count as the building that is in the way? I suspect that that is probably the case. It's got to be darn close, dude. That's got to be darn close. Like, we got to be talking millimeters here. Millimeters at the most. Okay. One last attempt. If it doesn't work... I mean, I can just tell this is not going to work. Not a chance in the world. Yeah, all right. That's a wasted endeavor, I'm afraid, there, friendos. Now this is going to get complicated because we've manufactured this utter monstrosity of a bridge to try and cover the existing conveyor belts that we've got. But you know what? It's not going to stop me from trying. Alright, so the first problem is that we're not going to have enough space. Alright, great. Clearly, this should have been better planned. I'm not going to dispute that. I'm not going to dispute that even slightly. Okay, can I demolish this bridge? I mean, I just did. I don't feel good about it, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, can I like, level any of this ground here? Or is this ground just like completely off limits? Right, take this bridge back. See if we can have slightly more level ground. If we have slightly more level ground, then we might, just might be able to squeeze in an engine transfer over here. Infrastructure is the problem, which means that in actuality ground is the problem. Cancel this conveyor belt here, and then let's try and make something a little bit more appealing. Okay. Level it up. Level it up over there, and oh boy, it's close. Oh, come on! Is there any other way that we can make this work? I'm not so sure that there is. I mean, one of the ways that we can go about making it work is absolutely to reposition the aggregate storage. But I really don't want to do that. That, to me, seems like defeat. Although I'm not really prepared to faff around with this for 20 minutes. Alright, let's try ditching this bridge. Does that make any difference? Don't think that we're going to be able to flatten any of this ground, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, and also that's a problem because there's road there. Can we ditch this road as well? Not entirely sure if that's going to make a bit of difference, but it's at least worth a try. A little bit of a sharp angle for an engine transfer over there, although it looks good. Alright, how far can we bring it back? That's worth a shot. Building is in the way. This is what I hoped would not happen. That does work there, so that's kind of nice. Maybe we can just bring this back a smidgen or two more. Alright. I feel that we were really, really close. Right, what about that? Oh, that's looking good. That's looking really, really good. Okay, yes. What about this? This will still connect up here. Perfect. I mean, it is a little bit of a problem. Oh my goodness, that actually works. Huh. Alright, well, tickle me pink. It works. Yeah, let's fund all of that. And let's just build one engine transfer. I thought it would take more than one engine transfer, although I'm relieved that it is taken less than that. That's kind of nice. We can also start construction of the coal power plant in just a second once I reconstruct this bridge. Because this bridge was really quite important, actually. Right, concrete bridge it is. I'm not entirely sure if it's even going to be possible to rebuild this bridge. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Yeah, it's quite important infrastructure as well. That's the problem. I mean, we could always try and find another route for the bridge, but that in itself will be a problem. Unfortunately, we can't bridge over the depots. Ooh. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that this thing is going to go over the coal transport depot. How high can I actually make bridges? I don't think I can make them super high. Maybe we try and just pitch up as fast as we possibly can. Okay, I actually cannot go any higher than that. Okay, yeah, this is just not going to work at all. So let's see if we can try and find another way around. The other way around perhaps would be over here. I mean, it looks ridiculous, and honestly, it feels ridiculous to even contemplate this. But we got to find a way of bridging across this gap somehow, because otherwise people are going to have to take this bridge over here, and that bridge is just going to take far too long. Alternatively, here's an idea. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. We build like a massive bridge across the top of the mountains. Alternatively, here's an even crazier idea. We build a road tunnel. Now, I don't know what the elevation is over here, but we might just be able to fit in a tunnel. Doesn't look like a tunnel is really going to work out for us. Let's try a tunnel over here. Nope. It's not going to work. It's not going to work in that vicinity either. What about just like through this mountain range? Tunnel above terrain at some stage. I mean, I want to build something majestic, something grand, something huge. But I'm just not sure what it actually can be that'll end up working. Yeah. Little bit of an annoyance. Very big bit of an annoyance, actually. But hey-ho. This thing doesn't really particularly need to be connected to road, although it probably will be able to be. Yeah. I figured that that might be the case. Okay. I guess we might as well just try and connect it back up to the road network. Sure, fund that. Nothing else really needs to be connected apart from this thing over here. And by this thing, I mean, of course, the power plant. And the power plant needs to ensure that people are able to walk over this area, over to this area. Yeah, and that is in itself going to be the issue, I suspect. Okay, we got a couple of really important problems. Let's unpause. And let's go. Right. Let me take this conveyor back. Because that conveyor, whilst it looks nice, might not be the most suitable conveyor belt for us. But, you know, we'll hold that in our thoughts for just a second. Okay. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. And footpath. Can we get a footpath maybe to... Nope. Yep, footpath. Can we try and connect that up there? We kind of need this footpath to be connected right through there. I don't believe it. Is it going to work? I don't think it's going to work. That is scary how close that is to working. Alright, this has maybe made me think that this might be possible. Right. Overlaps with existing construction. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Oh. Oh, this looks promising. Too sharp a turn? I mean, ditch this. We can rearrange that in just a second. The fact that we managed to get that through there is quite frankly astounding. Okay, that's buoyed my hopes that perhaps people will be able to walk to the power plant. Although it is going to be quite a long walk now that I look at it. Yeah, not super convinced that that's going to end up working out, but hey-ho. Alright, maybe that was just wishful thinking the whole time. Alright. Try now. There we go. What do you know? It will work. There we go. Grand. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, as of yet, we've still yet to sell any power to the Americans, but you know what? For 14 minutes, this ain't too bad. Okay. Get that in place. Get this road in place. That little bit of road right there. Okay, good. Walking distance. Yeah, walking distance is too far from pretty much everything. Not ideal. Where are you guys supposed to be going? Why is there no connection? There should be a connection. There's definitely a connection somewhere. Truck aggregate storage to Potato Grad aggregate truck unloading. I mean... Why are you lost to get to here? You might need to recalculate, but it should still work. Yep, this whole route should definitely work. Not quite sure why it's showing that it doesn't. I still do want to maybe look at making a little bit more of a direct route. Let me work this through. Let me work this through for just a second. Start off here. Overlaps with existing construction. Yeah, I guess it does. I'm just thinking maybe I can make like a highway route over this area. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you just gotta try. Okay. Bridge pillars. Okay, bridge pillars are ridiculously irritating to rearrange. Okay, overlaps with existing construction, but I did see a way through there. Come on. Can't build due to infrastructure below. This is irritating. This is irritating. I'm not going to lie to you. This is very, very irritating. I just want to make a grand old bridge. And we're also going to need to set up transportation routes for the power plant. I just built that without checking if the conveyors would actually work first. That was pretty stupid. We can still cancel, to be honest, but hey-ho. Alright, that does actually work, so that's totally fine. Yep, let's get that built. Perfect. Okay, let's unpause and see this get built pretty darn quick. Lovely. Okay. So you're going from here to Potatograd aggregate truck aggregate unloading, which is this thing right here. Yeah, okay. So it is this bridge that's causing the problems. Ugh, I just wanted to build something great. I still do want to build something great. Yeah. Crossings not allowed. There's no latitude for crossings over here, let me tell you. Can't build due to infrastructure below. This is so lame. Come on. Can we not manage to like make a long pillar? Just one time? Apparently not. There's a very, very small section of track over here, which should definitely be the jumping off point. Nope. See, this is I'm really, really trying. I'm trying to get my small old brain to figure this out, but it just ain't working. Yeah, no, that's just not it's just not happy, is it? Just not happy even slightly. It doesn't really matter where I build it, it's just not gonna work. And tunnels are also a massive faff, so I think that that's pretty off the table. Unless we have some sort of tunnel that goes in here and out here. What about we just make like a simple gravel road around this area? Kind of like we had with the power pylons. I don't think that that's the answer, truthfully, but you never know. And there's no way that we can just cross the train track, is there? Too big a descent downhill? I mean, that's at least something. Too big a descent downhill. I feel that that's such a swizz. We're really getting swizzed out of that. Alright. I gotta just let this thing refigure how to navigate around this area. There's definitely a route. There is definitely a route. Yeah. Don't understand why we can't make it here. There's definitely a clear connection from one place to another, but hey-ho. Not quite sure why this isn't working. Presumably because I destroyed the... It's the nearest place to where the vehicle can go. It can go right there. But it can't go round this way, apparently. And up here, and over there. Can I try making a shortcut over this side of town? Not really. There's no real way for us to cut from here to here. I don't understand how these trucks are so... How these trucks are so stuck. Yeah, well. I think I might just be inclined to leave that, at least for a little bit. Anyway, whilst we're faffing around with that, let's set up 2 bus routes, or, well, should I say, 1 bus. It can just be a minibus, actually. This will be our first minibus, or our first small-ish bus, I should say. Yep, bus. A microbus? Maybe even a microbus? Quite fast. 8 passengers, 7 passengers, 7 passengers, 7 passengers, 8 passengers. Alright, you know what? Let's get like 6 microbuses. Sure. The reason that it's 6 is because they only carry 8 and we need at least 20 people there. Or roundabouts 20 at most points. So, let's get you to pick up from... Microbuses can pick up from here, sure. Get out and in. I just want only workers, unload workers, sure. And then I would like you to travel up to this area. Building is not finished, so that apparently is... needs to wait. That's fine. Anyway, we'll just get these microbuses to unload right over here. Uh-oh. Please be a building that's connected up. Where is this? Oh, this is an oil grad. I think that we just suck this one up, unfortunately. Yeah. And by suck it up, I mean we demolish it before it can develop into an actual fire, and means that we can replace it right now. There we go. Let's just forget that that ever happened. What am I doing? Nope. Here. There. Yep. Literally that simple. Who would have thunk it, eh? Who would have thunk it? Alright. Get the pipeline in place. I wish bridges were as easy as pipelines. Okay. Right here. Has our big old building finished yet? It has indeed. Our power plant is finished. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, drop off here. Coal power plant 2. Yep. Then we're going to copy the schedule on everyone. Where am I going? Right here. Copy the schedule on everyone and get to it. There we go. And then everyone can be dispatched. Okay, I don't mean dispatched gulag style, I mean properly dispatched, get to work. Otherwise, you're going to the gulag. Anyway. Is everyone going to get out of the bus depot, or did I just leave one poor microbus driver? Or 2 poor microbus drivers, apparently. There we go. Alright, both microbus drivers now officially sorted. So, we shouldn't have any issues over here. Oh god. This is actually going to become a problem because these trucks just cannot compute the way to go. I don't really want to faff around building a bridge. Because I've tried that. I've tried extensively. Okay, I'm going to try again, for the sake of being a good sport. Although I know pretty full well that this is not going to happen. I'm just thinking, maybe if we can find that dream combo, that'd be great. Does it matter the type of the bridge? Doesn't really look like it. Doesn't look like the type of bridge is going to make a darn shred of difference. Just make it look kind of cool. No, no, I did not mean to do that. Yeah. No, I think that those trucks are going to be well and truly borked for now. But I really cannot understand why, as they have a clear route to get to where they need to go, but they're just not taking advantage of it. Yeah. And they can get up here, so other cars are doing it. We know it's happening. It's just not happening particularly fast right now. Okay, great. We've got 8 workers over here. Perfect. Let's get to the day, and then we can talk about selling power to the Americans. Because this is what I'm interested in. Money, 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 money. American money. American dollary dues. It's going to be great. Let's get high voltage wires from here. Sure. Now, where is the border? Get me to the border as quickly as possible, please. That's not cool. It's not the flag that I'm looking for. Okay, the American border is over here. Or the NATO border is over there. What about some power? Is there a power plant over here at some point? Where's the nearest power cable? Right over here in Dubasila. Alright. Let's just take a direct line, or as direct as we possibly can be. Oh my goodness. This is going to be... Oh, this is going to be an epic construction if ever I saw one. Okay, here we are. We found it. We found it. Game is chugging just a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, that's 200,000 rubles worth of power cabling right there. Okay. Let's do it. Let's absolutely do this. Okay, we're going to need to make sure that we go back to the border as well. Over here. Yep, and make sure that we set it to power export mode, which already is on. Grand, and then we just go back here, and we watch the money start rolling in, really. Current production percentage should jump up as soon as the construction of the wires is completed. And then we're pretty much golden. Okay, hold on. I simply just do not understand why this is the case. Load 100% of anything, and then unload there. Yeah, not really sure why this is not working. I think it's probably got to do with the fact that I deleted the bridge mid-route, and they just didn't like that. Yeah, not much I can really do about this. Is there any chance that I can... I'm grasping at straws here. Is there any chance that I can drag a bit of road from the existing bridge over here? No. And maybe make a little fork? Not particularly. Also, there's a power cable that I interrupted over here somewhere. I should probably reconnect that. This was something that I did whilst I was waiting to reconstruct. Or this is something that I was doing whilst modifying the ground. Connection too sharp. Oh, really? There we go. Boom. Let's get that into place. And cool. I still am determined to try and get a bridge across here somewhere, but the hope is fading rapidly. The more I faff around with bridges and realize, to my despair, that there is a 0% chance of this ever happening at all. Tell you what, the pillars are annoyingly consistently placed. I will grant the game that. It's very good at annoyingly placing these pillars. Okay, can I maybe do something a little bit similar to this? Okay, that's looking positive, but again, pretty sure this isn't going to work. Yep, no, I mean, thing is that I've tried, I just don't know how we can get the truck to work. Also, are we selling power now? No. No, we're not. Why are we not selling power? We should definitely be connected. Why are we not selling power? Yep. All the way along here. Oh. Sorry, there we go. Sell 100%. Look at that. We're making money. Have we got the other power plant set on 100% to sell? Yeah, we have. Great. Okay, that's really, really good. Look at that. We're making dollars. I mean, I feel that we should be making a bigger deal out of this, apart from the fact that my trucks are lost and it's a confusing time for everyone. Look at the distance that these guys have to cross. And they're not able to make it there. Ugh, gosh darn it. I'm so annoyed at this. This whole situation is really, really irritating. And I literally cannot think of any other way to fix it. We always knew it was going to be a risk faffing around with this area after we built such a complicated bridge structure. But I never anticipated that it would be as utterly soul-destroying as this. Can't even give him a proper tunnel. Tunnels above the terrain at some stage? I mean, sure. Can we just like fill in? Can we artificially fill in some terrain? Maybe see if we can get. Maybe see if we can make a tunnel. You know what? This sounds like a bit of a stupid idea, but it might actually just be the ticket. Right. Building is in the way? What building is in the way? Yeah, I know the building's in the way. That's why I want to build underneath it. Who honestly would have thought? Who honestly would have thought? Okay, this is too high up there. Can I dig this down over here? Let's see if... You know what? This sounds like a completely ludicrous idea, but if it actually works, if we end up making a massive old tunnel, I will feel slightly cheated out of the fact that we now have a massive tunnel, but we did have a much more majestic bridge. Okay, to like here. Other infrastructure's in the way. Building is in the way. Yeah, no, I get it, but the building is underground, right? Can I not lower the terrain height any more than this? Apparently not. My excavators aren't super... They aren't super in the mood to excavate. Alright, I get it. You know, it happens to me too. But that's not really an excuse. Sorry. Okay, I can build a tunnel there. Well, that's thrilling, to be honest. Get pretty far over here. Yeah, overlaps with existing construction. The bridge, this bridge is also now becoming a big old problem. I love problems. Building is in the way. Tunnel is above the terrain at some stage. Yep, it's going to be above the terrain right here. I can't even adjust the height of the tunnels, so that's irritating. What if I just go for, I mean, what feels like the nuclear option? Delete that bridge and see if that makes any difference. Right, let's give this a shot. This might be a terrible idea, but it also might work. How are you not allowing me to build that bridge? Yeah, so it's got to be a very, very specific length. Okay. I got to try and get the infrastructure, the pillars, as close to the bridge as possible. Okay, disconnect that. Okay. No, this is irritating. Okay, and then connect that up. Will that make any difference? Right. I feel like I'm wasting quite a lot of money, but, I mean, that might just be the golden ticket out of here. Okay, will you reconfigure? Yeah, you will. But these guys will not. Gosh darn it. The problems are just endless. Literally, there's no way that I can solve this, apparently. I mean, I think I've tried almost everywhere that's conceivably possible to build a bridge. What about a bridge, like, right over here? I mean, I know I've kind of already tried, but let's try a little bit more seriously. Alright. Take that back. Forget... I'm definitely going to forget in the future that I've... that I want to do that, but hey-ho. Okay, let's take a connection point from over here. Let's try and build that up to there. You know what? This could work. It's not going to work if I'm stupid about the placement. But it might just work. Maybe we try and get a little bit more perpendicular to the two areas over here. Let me have a look. Let me see. Okay, that's looking good. That's not looking so good. Why is that not going to work? Really feel like at this point I deserve that this gets to work. All right, I mean that's pretty darn good going. Except it's not pretty darn good going. Because it needs to come around over this way, and I need to do a better job of that. Alright. I swear, once we get it working, it's going to be the most glorious moment ever. Okay, angle of connection too sharp, fine. Can't build due to infrastructure below. What is the... There's a path below? Really? That's stopping the entire construction of this bridge? Alright, I'm committed now. I've demolished a path. Okay. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Oh no, another path. Lo and behold, the Soviet engineers are stumped by a path. We shall prevail, comrades. Okay, hold on. I need to try and get this... This needs to be done very, very carefully, because the bridge needs to curve around in a majestic fashion. Oh, is that... Oh my goodness, it works. Okay. Is that going to work? Is this going to work? I did see something that worked there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think it works. Okay, the proof will be in the pudding, obviously, but... I mean, that's pretty darn good going for a majestic bridge. Can we connect both ends up? Yep, no problem whatsoever. I'm going to connect it up directly over there, but then also right over there. Okay, let's get that built. I didn't even look at the cost of how much that's going to cost, but we can see 974 all the way down to... Wowzers. Okay, that was a 100,000 ruble bridge, basically. And, oh my goodness, immediately this guy, his issues are fixed. Okay, I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous, but, I mean, it's majestic. I mean, this is fantastic. We do have to rectify some problems, but these are quite easy problems to rectify, given that footpaths are remarkably easy to connect up. We shouldn't have any difficulties there. We also need to reconnect some of our power cabling. Where did the power cabling come from, and where did it go? Great question. I don't know. It came from over here. That's about all I got. Did it get plugged in over here? I mean, is this connected? It must be. This must not be producing any power at the moment. Okay, look, this is fine. Building is in the way. Yeah, take it back a little bit. Alright, hold on a minute. We're close. It's the last little finicky bits that we need to get in place. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Delightful. Utterly, utterly delightful. Okay, so now we've ended up with a... I mean, look at this bridge. Let's follow this truck along this beautiful, beautiful bridge. I'm astounded that this bridge actually even works. This thing does not deserve to exist. And also, there's a bit of concrete as opposed to a bit of prefab. I mean, that just adds character, right? I cannot believe that our problems were actually fixed. Where do you need to go? Why is this not working? Okay, I say that our problems were fixed. Our problems very much not fixed. Problems now very much fixed. Okay. I think that that's everything, actually. Hey, look at that. We've actually made American dollars. We've made American rubles. Russian rubles. Over the course of this episode. I'm feeling very, very happy about this, actually. Okay, and a microbus every couple of minutes. They go pretty darn fast, actually. And it means that we're getting a fairly regular supply of workers. I mean, it's not exactly ideal. Because what we should do is we should upgrade some of this road to asphalt. Because there is simply no reason. Also, what's the maximum wattage that we can carry over one of these wires? Are we not carrying enough wattage? Maximum wattage is 13 watts. If I get a second wire, will that make a difference? Because at the moment we're only using 50% of our production percentage. I'm gonna do a little bit of an experiment. This is a bit of an impromptu experiment here, but I mean, we'll give it a shot. We've got money on our side at the moment. At the moment, I say. We can afford to spend rather frivolously. Okay. And we basically just want to bring it down to the next connection point in the border that has power. Not there. The next one, I think. Yep, the next little town. Perfect. Okay, that's going to cost 400,000 rubles. Let's give that a bash. Again, maybe not the most responsible spending. But, hey-ho. I'll do that. Export mode. 100%. So that's only 10... That's only 10 megawatts that we can export to both places. Okay, maybe this was a little bit of overkill. But at least we got capacity, right? I mean, at least in the future we'll have another wire connection to the American border already built. But this probably is overkill. I presume that the price is pretty much the same price wherever we're selling it, right? Yeah, 2.11. But you know what? It's going to be at least it's a fun little experiment nonetheless. Okay. When are we done here? High voltage wires. We're done. Okay, great. So now I think we just split our megawatts between... Oh no. How close is this to... Oh. Oh, great. This is in the center of town. That's perfect. Yeah, so, I mean, we're still making money, obviously, from selling to the Americans. It looks like our current production percentage is actually slightly higher right now. Maybe we did actually improve efficiency somehow. I'm not quite sure how we did that, but hey-ho. It also looks like the wattage that we're outputting is higher. Not quite sure why that is happening. Yeah, it looks like we're exporting 10... Yeah, actually, hold up. We have straight up improved our situation, and I'll tell you exactly why. The maximum voltage that each, or the maximum megawatt that each wire can hold is 13. Fine, right? However, the maximum that the foreign power connections can accept is 10 megawatts. So after you take away a little bit extra, which is presumably due to, you know, drop off of power over distance, or I don't know, just slight overproduction, we actually end up with a heck of a lot more power being pushed out the door, pretty much double. So that's pretty darn good if you ask me. And that pushes us quite high to, or pushes us quite close to our maximum production percentage. So I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe we could even get a third. Although probably not. Well, I say that probably not. We can always get a third because the capacity in these wires, as I say, is 13 megawatts. But they're only using 10 of that to transport to the border. So we could always transport like an extra 3 megawatts to some other point, like over here. I mean, there's actually no reason why we don't do that, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, since we've got a wire connection just over here. This actually seems kind of crazy, but it is legitimately working for us, I think. Like, it's kind of remarkable how this is working out. Okay, disconnect that there. Put a high voltage switch in here. Oh. Yep, there we go. Connect that up. Connect that up. And then just drag this over here to that connection there. Perfect. Untick auto build just in case. And then we should, there we go, we should be selling about 3. Yeah, we should be selling about 3, which is perfect actually, because that's, I mean, we can put it up as high as we want, but at the end of the day, the total that can be transported between these two at any one time cannot be more than 13. Alright. I'm not sure if it's more efficient to sell 10 to one and 3 to another. Yeah, maybe that's the most efficient way to do it. But whatever the case, I mean, that's definitely a heck of a lot of American dollars coming in every single day. Now, let me give a quick little look at the production percentage over here. It must be pretty close to high. It's right, spot on high, actually. It's the highest that it can possibly go. So 23, just shy of 24 megawatts is a pretty darn good showing. There's no reason why we shouldn't replicate the same sort of thing with the regular coal power plants. I mean, it seems pretty sensible to me to try and have to try and get the most value for money out of all of our power plants. I might as well just do that right now, actually. How's our train network doing? It looks fine to me. Yep, doesn't look like there's anything too untoward going on. Okay, so let's again go into infrastructure. Let's go to high voltage wires. Let's follow the wire down to the border. Now we're already using the connection over here to import. We're not actually importing any stuff at the moment, any power at the moment. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more of a pain to do because... well, there's one power output right over there. Actually, this might not be a bit of a pain to do. Let's do it just like this. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, since we're already using the nearest electricity selling point on the Soviet border, we're gonna have to go to slightly further away. Have I connected these all up? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. It's looking fine. Okay, so one down there, one here. And there we go. High voltage switch right in the center. Yeah. And just like so. Perfect. Okay, this is, this has actually been a remarkably successful episode. I don't want to overstate my accomplishments, but they've been huge. They have been absolutely huge. I mean, the amount of money that we're going to be making in American dollars and actually in rubles, this is a significant improvement. This is a very, very significant improvement. I mean, we've spent a lot of money, but I mean, that money definitely we definitely make up for it in the long term. Okay, so I can sell 10 to one and 3 to the other, give or take. Why is this not working? Have I messed up a connection at some point? Definitely wires going between there. Cool. Definitely wires going between there. Ah. I see the problem. Big old gap right here. Am I going to do anything? No. Looks like there's another gap somewhere in the wiring. Oh, actually, no, it might not even be that. It might just be that there's no workers. Yeah, lol. Okay, well, that's kind of not great. Also, why for some reason is this power plant no longer accessible by workers coming from that bus stop there? Does that make a difference? No, apparently not. Alright, try something like this. I don't actually know why there's a problem here. We don't actually need this footpath anyway, so that can go away. And we'll just try and connect the footpath up over to this bit of road again. Yeah, not entirely sure why that didn't work, because it definitely looked like it was working. And the footpath definitely passed through the road, which is the main thing. Alright, got 8 workers coming in here. Fine, they should now definitely be able to access the coal power plant, which is fantastic. The main thing now is going to be making sure that we have enough coal to sustain what will be 2 power plants going at full tilt for pretty much the entirety of time. Same with full tilt over here. We should definitely be seeing full tilt power, right? Let me go back and check the border. Yep, okay, we got 5 megawatts over here. That should increase. 3 megawatts over there. 3 megawatts over here. Yeah, it should definitely be more. It should definitely be more. I think we just need more workers. If we have more workers, then we're going to make more money. That's pretty darn simple. Look at that. We've crested $100,000. That's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Okay, so we should see this number increase substantially. We do indeed. Look at that. Look at that. That is a pretty darn perfect... That's a pretty darn perfect way to end the episode, I think. Look at that. We are, I mean, we've basically tripled our income. Basically tripled our power income. Not quite, but, you know, 2.5 times almost. We've increased our dollar income infinitely because we have no dollar income, and we've made over, you know, almost $40,000 in this episode alone. In fact, in the last couple of minutes alone. It's pretty darn crazy. We are doing fantastically well, selling Russian power now, or selling Soviet power, should I say. So I'm pretty happy about that. I created a majestic bridge, which I absolutely adore. And that, to be honest, is probably going to be the takeaway accomplishment for this episode. Let's be real. It's the most impressive thing by a wide margin. I'm under no illusions. I like that the best. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. In a game that doesn't allow curved bridges, this is a pretty darn well curved bridge. Anyway, that's by the by. In the next episode, I think that we're definitely finally going to start working on asphalt. At long last, we're going to be able to build our own little monument to Lenin. That's going to be exciting. I hope you'll join me then. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Woes Potato. This has been Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I'll see you next time. Bye.